What's going on, ICT 305 and Professor Kaufman? My name's Gabe Fisher. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. I certainly am. It's a Monday. I love Mondays. Wake up, get after it, get the week rolling. So, before I dive into this video, I just want to say definitely take this class serious. Not a lot, maybe, depends on your degree, but I would say honestly, half the classes, maybe not half, maybe a third of the classes I've taken in college have not gotten me ready for the future. Maybe kind of pointless, but unfortunately it's a game you got to play if you want the college degree and land that big boy or big girl job, whatever you're going for in life. So things you learn in this class is how to perfect your resume. That can be good for internships, future jobs, businesses, whatever. You also learn about healthcare plans. Coming into it, I knew nothing about healthcare plans. You definitely should take that one serious, because chances are when you graduate, you'll land a good job and you got to choose one. And we're talking about your health here. If your health's not good, then nothing matters. And then lastly, the main project of the class is called the iFixit SEO review. That one is definitely one you should take serious as well. For those of you who don't know what an SEO is, an SEO stands for search engine optimization. So essentially how it works is you will go into a website, you will edit it, and maybe add more details, maybe make it more visually appealing, whatever you need to do. And then chances are, if the website already has some kind of traffic coming in, it's probably going to attract more traffic, therefore bringing it up in the search engine, search. When you go on Google, obviously, let's say, for example, you type in shopping, places like Walmart, Target are going to come to the top. Obviously, lower ones are at the bottom. So, in SEO, you edit your website, chances are it'll go to the top. But, overall, my experience was great with it. I learned some valuable skills regarding SEOs, more about technology, and iFixit in general was quick to respond with feedback. This is an assignment that is in multiple steps. So literally, I believe there's 3 steps to it, maybe 4. I don't know. It kind of depends how you do and what iFixit thinks. Sometimes you will have fewer options than others, but how it works is you're giving a list of various websites, regarding technology. I chose what's called the Alienware M15R1. Alienware is a gaming laptop brand. I'm not really crazy into video games, but I used to play a lot of Xbox back in the day. So when I saw Alienware, I was like, yeah, why not? And yeah, in terms of the SEO, you have to tailor it to a specific audience. So this is where decision making comes into the equation. Hopefully you're a good decision maker. It's a pretty important life skill. My decision making skills definitely went up. But yeah, you have to tailor it to a specific audience. And then, throughout the assignment, what I did to tailor it to gamers, obviously it's a laptop, so you can use it for work, school, all that stuff. I touched up on the summary, gave, a more direct explanation of it. The summary before was all over the place. It didn't even really make sense, so I changed that up. And then I talked about how you can identify the specific Alienware laptop I'm talking about. Alienware has been around for literally 20 years, potentially more. So they obviously have multiple ones. Some of them probably look similar than others. And then, I added a lot of technical specifications. As a gamer, these are things you want to know. You want to have the best performance. You want to, maybe you're playing Call of Duty, you're peeking around the corner, maybe you want to get your shot off first. I don't know what game you're playing, but you never know. Obviously, when you're gaming, you want to have, or just in general, computers, phones, stuff like that. I mean, there's a reason people buy the new iPhone every year. They want the best. So I threw all that stuff in there. It definitely helped a lot. And so that's pretty much it. That's, the class, the SEO project. At first, it's a little overwhelming, but once you get into it, it's good. You don't got to even worry about it. So in terms of strengths of the project, I like the way it's laid out, like I said. I also like how you're working with a company as opposed to, okay, here's an assignment, edit it, and, turn it in. when doing something new, you need to be guided. So the fact you're working with a company, iFixit, is really, really beneficial. And then lastly, another strength of the concept, or another strength of the project, is just the concept. It's a great way to learn about website design. I'm not looking to make a career in it, but I think it's pretty cool. And yeah, in terms of weaknesses, I will say I really wasn't the biggest fan of the options given to perform an SEO on. I feel like a lot of them were outdated and kind of boring, to be completely honest. Maybe throw in some, this is for Professor Kaufman. Maybe throw in, Apple products, or obviously those websites are pretty good, but maybe throw in something that's more up to date, rather than stuff from like 2010, 2015, because chances are, it's 2025, people probably won't be using those kinds of technologies. So that's really the only weakness I would say from this project. But yeah, other than that, the project as a whole was pretty strong. Wrapping this up, I already touched on advice for future students. If I could do anything differently, however, I would do it in person, this class. I don't know, I had some work life stuff, so I'm online, but if I could take it in person, I definitely would, because when you get to collaborate with your classmates and meet the professor, it definitely makes college in general, yeah, maybe it sucks going to class, but I never had a problem going to class. I like getting up, I like staying active. So yeah, that's that. Thank you guys for your time, and best of luck to all you guys coming into future ICT 305, and with your University of Kentucky experience as a whole. Professor Kaufman, thank you for everything. Have a wonderful rest of your summer.